how's it going? All right, I might have lied just a little bit. This deja vu scenario for next war Vietnam had me very intrigued. Um, no one knows why they did it, but the People's Republic of China decided to parachute into Dien Bien Phu. Perhaps it's to show the world that they're better than the French. Maybe they just got lost. Whatever the reason, they're now dug in and facing attacks from all sides. There's your Prc units here, and here's your Vietnam units here. The scenario is a purely hypothetical one, which recreates the siege of Dien Bien Phu, only this time it's the Chinese who are surrounded by the Vietnamese and fighting for their lives. The scenario exists solely to teach new players how the combat system works and to indulge in some weird alternate history fiction nostalgia on the part of the author. So here's the setup. The units are the 308th Mechanized Infantry here. Let me get my pointers. I know I said I wouldn't dig into this game, but this scenario just had me intrigued, and it's a good refresher. So here's the 308th Mechanized Infantry, and here is Marine Unit A, and then we have they also get all of the units of 3rd Corps. So 31st of 3rd Corps, 273rd, and the 10th, and the 320. And remember, this is a standard scenario game, so you don't use the HQ unit, but there is an HQ, the 3rd Corps HQ, which you don't see on the map here. And here's the PRC units. You have the 128th Airborne and the 127th, which have parachuted directly into Dien Bien Phu. And these are all here, and only these are used. These hexes, which I found to be very interesting. This is the smallest learning scenario that I've ever seen. And then you get to place a Mi-24 Hind helicopter anywhere in Vietnam. We get to draw on this later, I guess. And the Allied player, the Republic of Vietnamese units, Vietnam, is considered the Allied player in this game edition. They have the initiative for game turn 1 and 2, and the scenario starts with Allied initiative combat segment. And again, I had to do a little bit of work to get this set up. Had to fold this map in half to get this right there, which is really a pain in the ass. So I had to put that out and get that all set up under the plexi there. And luckily I've got 2 tables. So I'm going to do East Front on the other one and next war Vietnam on this one, which I could not do at the old place. Remember, I had Korea out and I had to pack that up. So, all right. The weather is clear, of course. Air superiority is contested on game turn 1 and 2. You can go back and watch my other videos to see that. Air points lost to air defense fire are not tracked. Okay, here's a special thing. Treat Dien Bien Phu hex as a fortification. The non-allied player, that's the Chinese units here, they can roll to ignore retreats since it's fortification, but they must suffer a step loss if they fail, as there's nowhere to retreat. The PRC, the Chinese side gets reinforcements. They get the paradrop directly into the jungle hex of Dien Bien Phu here. When rolling on the paradrop table, they use a +1 DRM in the rough woods column. And you remember I did a paradrop in Next War Korea, and it did not go well for me in that video. I believe it's the video number 5 that I posted in the series. If you want to see that, it's kind of funny. The victory chart is not used for this scenario. Basically, you have 2 turns, and it's whoever controls Dien Bien Phu at the end of game turn 2. So it's straight out brawling combat, but there are some reinforcements, which I found to be interesting. On game turn 1, the Vietnam side gets 2 units. They get 1 unit coming in 1721 or 1921. 1721 here, or here, like they just pop on. And then there's a Marine unit that comes in any hex adjacent to Dien Bien Phu. If I have to say that one more time. So it's interesting. They get some reinforcements, and then the Chinese side gets, in the reaction movement segment, they get the 130th Airborne that parachutes directly into the town. So that is your tutorial setup. It's that simple. And now I may have actually busted some stacking limits. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've played this series. But this is the actual setup and how it's supposed to look. There you go. So I thought that this was very interesting. It kind of got my curiosity there. I know I said I wouldn't do it, but I think I might just put this in the other, keep this here on this table. And I'm pretty well dug in, as you can see. So, I don't know. I think I'm just going to keep here. That's the luxury of having these two tables, and yeah, that's what they're for, you know? You know? All right, so that is the intro scenario. The next scenario is called the Third Indochina War Redux. The scenario covers the invasion route from northeast. One thing I noticed, there's not a lot of counters in this version. I thought there'd be a lot more counters, but there's not. So yeah, it's kind of nice to have this tight little thing here. And maybe I'll record this and go over the combat because it's been a while. Here's your phase track, weather, initiative. Now keep in mind the advanced game only uses the pink squares, right? So we're going to be doing weather, initiative, air, naval. We're going to be skipping, special forces operations and things like that. So we'll be doing weather, initiative, air. The initiative sides, move and combat. They do move, combat, right? And this, they're there. And then you go up like this, and you go over to here, basic move, combat. All right, and blah, blah, blah. And then you skip that pink one, and you go there and check for victory, etc. So, again, I covered that in some of my previous videos. It seems that I like games with really odd turn order things. So who knows? You track your weather here. And, of course, it can change with the die roll. This is your initiative, and in this game you have contested initiative, or your one side has initiative, and that will affect the turn type of thing that you use. Each turn it affects how you follow this record track. Season track, I don't remember seeing that on another one. It seems to be new. If you're using AWACS, A defense, submarine, that's where you mark it on there. And again, you'll need this to play the game, and it's on the other map. So I had to fold this in half and tuck it up under the plexi. Oh well, whatever. Okay, so that's kind of about it. And then you can use this. This tracks your information. This is when I first got into this series, I didn't really understand what this was. You're going to put all sorts of counters on here. It's going to be crazy. You're going to see all sorts of stuff. Replacement points, air power, all sorts of crap's going to be on here. You're going to see counters in every box, and they're just going to count up and move down, and it's going to be nuts. So this is like your general information display. So you're going to see this get filled up with a lot of stuff when you play Next War games. All right. Okay, so that's that, and this is a super short video. And I just wanted to kind of put that out there. So if you are interested in getting this game, that is your introductory scenario. And I think that is hilarious. I got to try it. And it's a good refresher for me because I haven't played in a while. And the combat is no joke in this game. You'll be doing a lot of stuff every time you do some combat. You got a lot of little DRMs to figure out, things like that. And that's your standard sequence of play right there, not even advanced. So, I'm impressed though because this one, the map is kind of small, it seems like, and it seems like it's a little bit easier to dig into. So I don't know. India, Pakistan, I still recommend for starting players because there's no naval stuff. The movement in that is a little bit wonky, and the map's kind of odd. When I first got it, I had trouble reading the map, and I was lost. And my first few videos were nightmares. Poland is your basic European thing, but it's got a lot of naval stuff. multiple maps, just like this one has the multiple naval maps. Korea is just your slogfest. Very good starting scenario in that one. But this is the smallest one I've ever seen, so I couldn't resist even just setting this out. And, you know, as some sort of a thing to be like, hey, maybe you should play this game. So, all right, anyway. Don't expect a Next War series anytime soon, really, but I will put this in my Next War playlist. So I just wanted to let people see that. All right, thanks a lot for watching.